It feels like there's only really one path to getting a lot of people to see your movies, and that's through a big studio thing, and I think a lot of people that are coming up care about that.
But if you believe in something, and the person's argument is not making you change your opinion on that, don't.
I'm Dave Baker, and today we're talking with Ty West about how to break into the film industry.
I feel like when people talk about breaking into the film industry and making your first movie, they say the technology is available, just go make a movie.
It's really just a matter of like, well, what do you got to say? The difference between now and say, like the ending in the 90s is like, it was still about what do you got to say and is it interesting? But to get a movie made cost more money and needed more stuff, like shooting on film and things like that. So what you had to say was so important to you that it was willing to go through a lot more hurdles to get it done. And what would happen is everyone would start out and then the people would fall off and it would only be a few people that remained who were like that determined. And what I think that did was like, the cream rise to the top kind of thing.
So Film Connection, at the end of every year, we set up pitch meetings between our students and executives. And what advice would you have for those students when pitching? Should they be pitching things that are a little bit more commercially viable or things that are more kind of in line with their sensibilities?
If you pitch something you're not excited about, generally people will like smell it on you. So like, there's got to be something you care about, and you should care about what you're doing. And if you care about it, that's what you should pitch, and that's what you should sort of believe in. And I think it's very, you just got to sit down with yourself and go like, well, what do I really want out of this? What am I trying to accomplish? You don't need to look for permission. You just need to look for people that like have the same excitement and enthusiasm that you do.
So you operate on all your films. Talk to me about the choice behind that.
For me, camera operating and like camera direction is a massive part of directing. So it also keeps me like interested. Keeps me like gives me something to do rather than just sit there and I don't want to do that. So to be a part of it. I mean, the camera direction is hugely important to me. I think it's a big part of what directing is. Right. And to be able to be on the camera myself and to move at the, like, oh, someone does something and I can react to it as opposed to being like, I need to, when that happens, tell someone to do it, whatever. That's really hard. That chain of command to go, psst, tell so-and-so to pan over. At that point, we missed it.
Do you ever edit in camera? I know Robert Rodriguez does that, where he'll like set up a shot and then midway through be like, I know we're going to go to a close-up. I'll just get the coverage right now on the second or third take.
As the resources get bigger, you don't have to do that as much. But yeah, I mean, I'm really specific about everything I shoot. I'm not really. I show up and it's like, here's exactly what we're doing today, and then we go home. Occasionally, it's like, oh, now that this happened, we should also get this. But I have a very specific shot list, color coordinated thing that I show up with, and it's very like, I need this and I need that, and they cut together like this, and that goes like that. And then I do that when I edit the movie, I just go, well, that was what I was going to do, so now this shot goes to that shot goes to that. Sometimes you get coverage because you're like, oh, it didn't work. Like the wheels fell off somehow and it didn't work. So good thing I have that close-up of the coffee cup because I need to bridge these two things together because my idea fell short with our limitations. But that's the only reason I get coverage is for like if my lack of time and money lets me down, I'll have a backup plan.
Do you storyboard too?
I don't storyboard because I operate.
Okay.
So like the benefit of storyboard is so that way people can see a visual reference of what you're doing, but because I'm operating the camera, it would be for me to see it, but I just have it in my head. So right. I make a color-coded shot list that I have in my back pocket that's like, I need this, 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 and this, and they're very specific to the location and to what I think is going to happen with the blocking. And then I just get them, that just gives me something to check off along the day so I feel like I'm getting things done.
Is that how you kind of initially found people like Eli Roth and the kind of circle of filmmakers that you run with? Is you guys were all...
Specifically with Eli, like I met him at the LA Film Festival and he came to see my movie and liked it. And we just like stayed in touch. And then years later, like the Sacrament got made because he was going to produce a movie and I mentioned the idea and he was like, I can get that made. And then we did and we had a great time doing it.
Thanks a lot, Ty, for coming in.
Glad to do it.